Twitter at Diva Abdul, Instagram diva_of_dual, Facebook is Diva Days for Lives, YouTube is Diva Abdul 541. We are live Saturdays at 10 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Facebook. And also you could join us here on Riverside, and we welcome people calling in and contributing. Yes, and please like, subscribe, and share and follow us. We appreciate it. So 2 days ago, we interviewed Teo Penglis, and I wanted Marianne to chime in on what you thought of the interview with Teo.
Oh, I thought it went well. This was the first time we used this format where we actually got to see the callers and actually got to see him before it was just on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like that, and it worked. Except Teo had a little bit of a technical problem, which was kind of fun. We always have technical problems once in a while with him, or I have to call him, but he was in the process of getting on, but his computer was making him do different things. But we finally got him on. So that it went really well. I mean, he said that he enjoyed it, and he liked seeing the people. And he said he would do another one with Leanne, maybe in a couple of months. He'll try to get her to come on board in a couple of months. So, and I think he still has a couple more shows yet to do that he hasn't been on yet. I think there's a couple more. Yeah, he likes stirring up people. He likes teasing with Stacy. Love to tell Stacy. She gets a kick out of it. And so
yeah, they were cute.
What did
It was
yeah.
cute.
Yeah, and with me too, he does, but what did you guys think? I thought he was on, and I did hear some stories that I didn't hear before.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really, because a lot of times you hear the same stories, and he'll always he said, I get asked a lot of the same questions, or I've told a lot of the same stories over the years.
Mm-hmm.
He says sometimes I try to tell them a little bit differently. They sound a little bit different, and but he does have he had the podcast, The Great Escape. Well, now he wants to do a screenplay and try to submit that to some agents or people to do a screenplay, to do a movie. And he had also written, which I had read it, which is really good, was how they did the Beyond Salem's. So he had written, when that was still going on, he had written something for days, like with all the different characters. It was really good. But he said he gave it to somebody that's not, I think it was Al Lear or whatever. Of course, he's not there anymore. But he said even at the time he submitted it,
Oh,
he
it was
didn't really hear
Al
anything.
Rabin, not Alar. It was
Lar. Okay.
from
And
back in the day.
yeah, so
Rabin or
I guess he's going to revise it and try to make that into a screenplay, but not using like people from Days, like
Right.
making other characters, but maybe basically around the same story. What else? He said, because I think I had asked him if he could write a story for, Tony, then he said he would like Tony to be a spy. I remember he said that.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't really sometimes give Tony too much to do other than arguing with Anna. Sorry, Anna.
Yeah.
What? Yes. Yeah. Or going on a cruise or whatever. And they could just why he doesn't make him CEO. He had Theo, then Johnny. Theo dropped out, and then Johnny. And now he wants Gabby. So I don't know where that's going to go with Gabby. That's part of the storylines that were going on. So, but yeah, what did you guys think? I know you guys all asked questions.
I loved it. I thought he
Me
was
too.
great spirits, and
Yeah, he was in.
thought he was
Yeah.
really.
He was in Tony mode instead of Andre mode.
That's funny.
Because
Oh,
I've already told him, I says, like, in these interviews, it's like he's like Forrest Gump, like he's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And it's true.
but usually yummy nonetheless.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
One or another. But I really I saved my question for last because I wasn't sure, how many would fall in and everything. And I really appreciated what he said about the various people he's learned from and people that were older than he was that he learned from. Because I wanted to, a lot of people ask him questions about his career, his
Mhm.
acting advice, with Milton and things like that, that kind of thing, or his mentors in acting. I
Mhm.
just kind of wanted to know if there were other people, other influences that had, some sort of profound impact on things other than that sphere of, his life. So,
Mhm.
I thought it was a very thoughtful response, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did.
Mhm. And
Just,
did you see we got some new callers and some new people in the chat room too, right? Different
Oh yeah,
people.
yeah,
there was a lot of people chatting. It was great.
Yeah, because they kind of went on Facebook, right, and were able to listen
oh
live.
yeah, wasn't somebody he's related to watching in Australia on
Yes,
Facebook?
what somebody were in, yes, because she's on Facebook, and his actually his sister-in-law Helen is married to his brother George, is on Facebook too, and she must have called her and said, "Your brother-in-law is on is on this interview that I'm watching."
I
So
thought they
that's
might have
why,
been saying, "Hey,
and
he
that
just
was his
said his
brother
brother was
calling.
boring and didn't know how to tell stories from his travels."
Oh, ow.
Yeah, and he talks about his brother, and oh, and he did say about when he goes home, they make you feel like they humble, And I remember when he got nominated, his brother was doing a crossword puzzle or something, and he got the notice that he was nominated again for an Emmy. His brother said, "Yeah, well, okay, well, it's like no big deal, because he's just his brother when he, goes home or visits." So,
Right.
I want to thank you, ladies, too, for doing so much work on the outreach and
Yes.
mhm,
with this new platform and everything. I know that there was a learning curve, and just for all of us, but especially for people who didn't even have a Riverside account yet and stuff. So
yeah, I think
yeah,
that's what confuses people. The Riverside. I mean, we just got to get the word out there. All they need to do is just put in Riverside, search your app store, put in Riverside, download the app, and just go and put your name in as an account, and then just follow the link that we provide, and it works.
yeah,
Or at
Right.
least watch us. At least they're watching.
Yeah.
They're watching on Facebook, and they can go and watch again on YouTube and I guess Spotify, right?
Yes, the interview is everywhere. So yeah,
Okay.
you want to watch the video, you have to watch it on YouTube.
Mhm.
And if you want the audio, it's on any
Mhm.
podcast that you listen to.
Yeah.
awesome.
Network.
And I thought we had a lot of good questions. I
Mhm.
mean, so
Yeah, I wanted to look
some
up that
different
when
ones.
when Andrea asked him about. I think it was Andrea who asked him about books, series and stuff that he's read that he likes, and
Mhm.
he
Yes.
recommended one. I hurried and looked it up on The
Dan
Order was the
Silva.
name of one of the books, Daniel Silva or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, Daniel Silva. Yeah, he's
So I
written
looked that up. I haven't bought the book yet. I think I
The
might get it
Order.
on audiobook
That's a good
instead.
one. It's
But
called The
anyway,
Order.
I just thought that things
Hmm.
like that were fun too, because the way he described it, I thought that sounds really interesting.
Right.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
he's a big book reader. And he goes to the movies a lot too. He still goes to the shows, like the movies.
I hate going to the theater. People are
Yeah.
such assholes. They're on their
But he streams a
phone.
lot too.
Yeah, I stream a lot because I can't deal with kids there and people on their phone
Yeah.
or just being loud and obnoxious. And people
Yeah.
don't know how to work. It's basically since like after COVID, people just don't know how to act in public, and it
Yep.
pisses me off. It's
Mm.
like you're spending all this money to watch a movie, and you got someone there who's just sitting there
They don't know
scrolling.
how to act in ball games either. So
Oh yeah,
Didn't-
because half
especially.
those last night, a lot of those people were just there for the drone show.
Yeah.
You know, like that's why it was so crowded. But yeah, but then you have your baseball people though that are there. But
Well, they still
Pirates
talk.
are doing a little better this year. They're 3 games over 500. So
Nice.
so far,
How are the Mets doing, Jen?
Oh,
and I saw
Sorry.
they're like at
Probably
the
as well as the
bottom.
Royals.
they're
Yeah,
on the bottom. They have won a couple games, but they're on the bottom of the pack right now.
yeah,
So Jen,
yeah.
that was your first time. What did you think about doing the interview?
I thought it was great.
Oh, good.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, other than him being a little late, it went remarkably well. I was very happy because I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, what if all these people show up and I got to juggle everybody? But it turned out
Could you
really,
have gotten everybody? I know you were muting them, which was good, but could
yeah.
you have gotten all, like, say, all those people in the chat room would have come on? Could you have got them all on this screen that we could see all of them?
As far as I
Or
know, there's no restrictions. So,
oh, so just be little pictures then. Everything would just keep
Well,
getting
it seemed
smaller.
like whenever somebody was talking, their picture on my phone anyway would move up and be bigger. So at least the person that he'd be
Oh,
talking to, he could see better if he can't see everybody else, I very well, so
right.
yeah, I noticed that, at least from the phone.
yeah, that's the thing. If we get a significant amount of people on, I might have to just not bring them on. But I feel bad because they're not going to be able to hear anything until I
Uh,
bring them
Well,
on.
Yeah,
That's the
that's
only way
well,
because
would.
I mean, it's not terrible if you can't see everybody initially. I mean, I don't think. I mean, I think it's maybe more important for them to be able to hear while they're waiting, though, than
yeah,
to not be
Yeah,
brought in at
that's what.
all.
Yeah. No,
But
they couldn't like call. They couldn't do that and watch. I guess they couldn't listen on Facebook Live and then be on the.
yeah, they
yeah,
could.
but then you're like, that's another platform, and then well, I mean, it's fine
Yeah,
if that's what you want to
I
do.
was just trying to think of different
Now,
ways.
now I have a question. If they were on Facebook Live, can they call in from there, or they can only call in from Riverside?
I can only contact
Okay,
us from
that's what I
Riverside.
thought. Yeah,
Riverside, right?
okay, that's what
Mhm.
I was thinking.
Yeah,
But yeah, you did a great job of managing all
yeah,
that too,
yeah.
Carrie. I mean, it's always, it never failed, even with Blog Talk. For as many years as we did it, there'd still be glitches now and then,
Yep. Yeah,
and
and people
Something
were. It
drop.
happens.
Yeah, it
but
happened.
everybody was pretty, I mean, you handled it really well on the back, the back end there with the callers and everything.
Hmm.
So it was really, really nice. Yeah, nice
And
experience.
even the soap people, they were pretty understanding. Just went along with. I think we kept dropping Leanne, or Leanne kept dropping, and she kept calling
Oh,
back.
on Blog
Yeah.
Talk,
So
yeah.
yeah,
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 that was funny. Yeah, not funny,
Mhm.
but not funny in the moment. But yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
but it happens. So yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, so good job, guys.
All right, so let's talk about this week. One conversation I found pretty interesting. Philip dresses Marine uniform for Memorial Day on Monday, and he was talking to Amy, and Amy was asking him how he survived in the river. She's trying to figure out a way that Sophia survived, and he's like, "Yeah, well, I faked my death and left my prosthetic leg there."
Yeah.
I
Yes.
was waiting for a light bulb to pop up in her head, but I don't think one did. That, maybe Sophia wasn't in the river.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, I kind of forgot that she probably is in the river. We don't know though because they never found a body. But yeah, Jada told her they are giving up and they weren't going to try to find her body.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I thought if I could just share, I loved seeing Philip in his Marine uniform. Oh, that was
Mhm.
really cool. And I was really glad that they still actually did a proper celebration for a recognition for
Yep.
Memorial Day.
Hmm.
Glad that they didn't just act like it was a holiday or, I mean, didn't even acknowledge it or whatever. I'm glad that they did. And they had a message at the end,
Hmm. Yeah.
gratitude for those who died on behalf of our country. And I thought that was really touching. And honestly, the whole week was really, if you think about it, there was a very strong mental health theme throughout the whole week. And I hope maybe that reached some folks, that especially some of our veterans who are thinking about their buddies that didn't make it and
Yeah.
stuff. This is a real
Yeah.
time for them, extra hard time for them. And they want to honor their friends, but also it's depressing, at times. So
Hmm.
Mhm.
I thought they did it. I thought the whole week honestly not every single scene, but I thought the whole week's theme was the way they threaded it in throughout the week. I thought that was really well done.
Yeah, yeah, it was nice, and yeah, the pub was decorated, and they had a table there and set up, and yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't remember them ever really doing anything for Memorial Day before.
Yeah, I think, and since now, and maybe in the past, the last few years they've been on Peacock, but before that, they probably weren't airing on Memorial Day.
Yeah, that's true.
So this was an actual on Memorial Day airing, and so I think it was cool that they, actually acknowledged that, and then the weaving of the mental health issues throughout the week, not just with veterans, but just in general, various people.
Who was that?
I'll be right back. Go ahead. It's okay. It's cool. Don't worry.
Okay. I bet you it's a cat. Bet you it involves a cat.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, my little grandson's starting to say that, cat, because they have two cats.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, I thought it was and I had forgotten when she was talking about Amy Choi and Philip's conversation. I almost, she found out from the internet that he had drowned supposedly and then came alive. Yeah. And I had forgotten that he threw his leg in. And
yeah, because that's when he framed Brady.
And that he was honest with her about it. Yeah. Now I can't tell you how I did it because I really didn't do it. So there were some lies going on this week, but there were also a lot of truths and a lot of honest talk and a lot of real talk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
With various characters. I mean, thank God they have allowed Jennifer to be somewhat redeemed from the annoying hag.
Yes.
They did a great job.
Still doesn't want Kat and Chad to be together.
Yeah.
I knew there was going to be a butt there.
Yeah.
Boy, I'll tell you what, and I really love Billy. I really do. But I'll tell you that I don't even know the name of the actor who is playing Chad now, but he's done a great job so far. I mean, he really he really just kind of stepped right in, and it sounds like Billy's happy at Y&R, and and this gentleman stepped right in, and he's
you know what? I don't know his name either. These new characters, I have to learn their new name. They'll come and go.
Carrie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can kind of hear you.
Yeah, I'm changing locations.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure you knew your mic was on.
Yeah, I had.
Yeah, we just can't see you or Jen.
That's all right.
You can't see me?
I can see Jen.
Yeah, it's just me. You can't see probably. Me and Carrie.
Oh no, I can't see Jen.
Huh.
I can't see Carrie. I can see me.
Carrie's is blacked out.
Is disconnected right now.
Okay. Anyway, so I'm just trying to kind of stall till you get back, Carrie. But I just thought they get with several mental health. Let's see, with the military, and then Jennifer, the grief, of losing a child.
Yes.
With Sophia, and I'm trying to think, and
Marlena and Julie.
What's that?
Marlena and Julie.
Yes. Gosh, I can't believe it's been a year since they said goodbye to John Black. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Jennifer and Jack, when Jack told him, she was understanding about wanting to have a relationship with Gwen.
Right.
And then she told him why. Just every time she sees a daughter and mother together, she doesn't have that.
Yes.
It's, kind of a little envious, I think, a little bit, because Jack has that. But
and she said that.
Understanding it. Yes.
And she also told, was it Kat or who is it that she told that they've been in therapy,
Yes.
working through
Kat, I think she
things.
said.
So
Yeah.
she went. Who all was she apologizing? She was on the apology tour. She was apologizing and trying to make things right. Chad and
Yeah.
Kat. And I think the whole thing with Kat, and she's like, I want you to move on, Chad. I want you to have
But not
another
with
love in
Kat.
your
Yeah.
life. That's just the one part that I think I will have a hard time dealing with.
Yes.
If
And
you
I
were with
get
Kat.
that.
I
get
it's
that.
understandable, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Especially because of the pain attached with what
Mhm.
she had done. Even though, but I loved how when she found Kat and she called a truce, told her that had been in therapy, they were processing their grief, trying to work through a lot of things, and that what, she really owned it. I thought it was a really
Yep.
well written
Mhm.
and well acted scenes, and you could tell, and like Kat got teary eyed, and you could tell she was like, "What?" She was so touched, and she says, "You know what?" And none of it. There was never a time where you denied fault, even though you had your reasons. She goes, "I've had some reasons in my life for doing some things, and yet it still hurt people." And so she's like, even though you had a reason for doing what you were doing, and it you never tried to deflect responsibility for the impact of that, of your what you did. And she's like, you've always been nothing but basically gracious about it.
Jen's back. I can see her. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's that? I can't
I
see
couldn't
her.
see Jen before, but
Oh
she's
no,
back.
I can see Jen. Yeah, I thought you were saying Carrie. So I just really thought that was really well written, and I personally was relieved. What did you guys feel? I was
Well,
relieved.
yeah, I think it's good, except the one thing that Kat and Chad really want,
Yeah,
she still doesn't
right.
want to give them.
It's
So
probably going to happen
it
anyway.
doesn't ring true. That, I mean, it's just you haven't really totally for.
Yeah.
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 But I kept thinking, did they get new writers for Jennifer? Oh my God, I like her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's back to the way she used to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and I like the way they explained. I mean,
We did get new
obviously, we
writer.
know we know a lot of the whole build up to Chad going on that road trip, and all was because Billy was leaving, and they had all that, and so maybe a lot of this storyline was constructed around to lead up to that. I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was a flip flop back to her old character, but I just thought the way they wrote it hit on, without being specific about things. We all know some of the things, but she talked about the mistakes that she had made in her life and the people she had hurt. Even when she was trying to do the right thing, sometimes she hurt somebody, and that
Mm-hmm.
she understood, and that she hoped that they could have a truce, and that she hopes that she can forgive her, and all. And it was just really, and it's like, I got, honestly, those were the scenes I got the most teary-eyed over,
Hmm.
because seeing Kat actually tearing up as she watched this woman who hates her guts, and has made her life a living hell for the last few years, that she
Hey!
was asking for forgiveness and all. So, Terry, there you are.
Yeah, there you are. Yeah.
So
But I did, yes.
we were just talking about the mental health theme throughout the week, and how well done, at least I thought it was, and the nice turnaround with amazing what a little therapy will do, because Jennifer especially
Mm-hmm.
was, so that's kind of where we were.
Did everybody like the scenes with Belle and Amy?
Yes.
When Belle told her like
Yes,
it
at
was?
the end.
Yes.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, I am so relieved, because I was going to be so
I
freaking
sure hope
annoyed.
but do you think Amy is still going to try
She's probably
to
still going
bring,
to try,
to sue or
but
something? And like maybe Belle and the prosecution don't want to bring the charges, but will she try to
maybe,
do something
or
else?
maybe
I
there'll
don't
be an
know.
assistant DA that wants to do. I mean, I don't
I
know,
don't know.
but
I was just wondering, but she
I,
really explained everything why.
oh my
She
gosh, I was so
told.
glad. And there were things that we didn't know that Amy didn't know. Like, duh, like I didn't even think about it, but she had no idea Sophia was the one that started that chain.
Yep.
And I'm
They
glad
tied it
that
back
the IT people did what I said.
Yeah,
They
the
have to,
forensic-
they can follow that.
Yeah.
So they did do that.
I
Yeah.
was just, that was so good at the end there, because it was like she was compassionate with her. She was like, I'm so sorry for your loss and everything. But she said, first of all, our forensic IT team thoroughly looked through this, and it was shown that Sophia's the one that actually started that chain, that thread. And she's like, why would she do that? I don't know. She goes, who knows? Maybe she was thinking some people would stand up for her, take her side, or say something nice about her. And that's not the way it went,
Right.
She's like,
I
I
think
don't
even Belle
know.
told her, no, I think it was the other thing. She wanted to see more or less to get Holly. And if Holly said something, then she could,
Yeah. Well, we know
Plus,
that.
she
Yeah.
told her there was other people that also
Right.
said the same kind of
But-
thing. So
but she
why aren't you
said-
upset with these people?
Right.
Yeah.
Like she said, it's kind
Why
of hard
just
to go
one?
after Holly Jonas when there were a whole bunch of people
Bunch of
on there
people, right?
that were also
You'd have to go over
saying
them,
things.
right?
And honestly, maybe the one thing she didn't say that I would have loved to loved to hear Belle say is, and to be honest with you, Amy, not to be cruel or anything, but they weren't lying. The things that they were saying really happened. They were
happened.
factual. So
Yeah.
if somebody was actually saying, hey, should I should I keep away from this person to be safe, or is she cool? She okay? If people lied and said, oh yeah, she's fine, that would
Mhm.
have been dishonest. And the things that they said, while they may not have been kind about it, there was everything they pretty much said was true.
Mhm.
So it'd just be like almost like if you're like, hey, this guy asked me out, and then like 5 people know that he's a rapist or whatever, they're not going to just sit there and say, oh no, he's a really nice guy. So I always felt like what they said was not really bullying. It was really like, we're letting you know that this girl ain't right. She ain't right now. So
Yeah.
but I also did like how they, at the memorial or at the thing at the pub, how they brought up, and there were some references at the service itself, that they did bring back some of her good qualities and the memories that people had of her when she was little or when she was younger, and how and also I think her dad's hot. I mean, like, where have you been? Like, why have you been keeping Mr. Choi away?
And Mr. Choi's more level-headed and
Yeah,
but-
very. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really nice to see him finally. And anyway, so yeah. And then Aaron,
Oh,
his response, oh my
Aaron.
gosh.
Aaron, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then when he was telling Ari, I know I'll shut up now, but I just wanted to say one more thing on Aaron. I just was like, when he was crying and he had to run out, and he was telling Ari that he was like, I was sitting there looking at her little baby brothers.
Oh.
They're trying to keep it together and trying to be strong. And he goes, oh no, when he was telling Kat, I'm so glad that I have you. He said, I was thinking about how here they lost their big sister. And he goes, at one point I thought I lost my big sister, and I'm so grateful. But he said, it broke my heart looking at these little boys thinking they lost their big sister. I thought that was really good too. I just thought the writing was exceptional this week.
yeah.
Yeah, and Aaron told her if he would have known that he was the father, he would have stepped up. And of course, Sophia didn't know at first either. And then when she did, she still didn't tell him. But
And of course, she was hoping it was Tate, so that's who she
was hoping
pinned
it
the
was
tail
Tate,
on
yeah.
the daddy. She played pin the tail on the daddy when she should have been honest and said either one of you could be the father. But it was wishful thinking on her part, maybe.
Yeah, nobody knew that she had been with Aaron. Right. I don't know. I like Aaron and Ariana or Ari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they might have
As friends. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I think they should have Mrs. Choi go after Kristen.
Ooh,
she
yeah,
finds out.
Jada's on that trail.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have a feeling Kristen's going to be found out.
Yeah.
and she
I
went
wish
out
they would
flying off.
find some, since she would meet her on the bench in different places in public, but kind of private. I wish they'd catch some camera angles with the two of them
Yeah, I was
together.
curious to see how they find that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Mary, I'm sure you have something to say about Sarah and Xander.
Oh,
Xander.
Sarah's gotten back. Have you noticed she's gotten back into her whiny, like this whole thing with Brady, and she, because of whether it's like that. Oh, I don't know. So what was with Xander this week? I can't think.
He was moving into the mansion.
Oh, it moved into the mansion, and she didn't really want him to. Something about not seeing the staying out of the way. But that's his place, so he should be able to stay there.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. That is literally his house.
He should throw her out.
Yeah. Of course, he'd be throwing his daughter out too. Plus,
Right.
he wants to bump into her, maybe shirtless,
Yep.
perhaps, having
Oh.
just had a nice
Yeah.
swim.
I got now I remember that. She was worried about, he said, "Oh, bump into you. Are you afraid we're going to fight? Or are you afraid of something else?"
Yeah.
Like, yes, that she's gonna want to be with him. And yeah, that's really what it was about. So he kind of said that to her. So, but I just don't like how she's with Brady in it. Giggly. Ugh. I don't know. I just don't like her with Brady. I don't know. Poor Brady though. He needs somebody, but I don't know who would be good.
He needs somebody.
'Cause yeah. I mean, I like Brady, but it just seems like nobody works out with him. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or they could have had Emily O'Brien playing Teresa games. I did like him with Teresa.
Teresa, yes, I think we've all said that. That's
How
probably
about
who.
Brady and Gwen?
That'd be so
Brady
good.
and Gwen, yeah, maybe.
I can't see him interested in her, but yeah.
Yeah. Gwen and what's not Xander? Gwen and EJ maybe,
Yeah.
but EJ wants Kat. I think Kat wants EJ too. I don't know, or she still wants Chad.
She still wants Chad. Chad's still number
That's
one.
Chad wants her.
So how do you think she's going to get found out as being an ISA? What do you think's going to happen? Leo knows, and he's been quite.
Oh, yeah. Chad was kind of interrogating. What do you Yeah, Leo kind of thinks that she is, but he has no proof, right?
Yeah.
I had to say, I was grossed out though. I mean, we had Xander slept with Teresa. Oh God, I have Teresa on the brain. Gwen and Kristen on the same day.
Yeah.
Twice.
And then he goes to Marlena and he said, but I really want to be with Sarah. It's like, well, you're banging two other girls though, too.
Well, he's thinking of Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gross. I'm sorry. Like, ew.
Elena held back. She didn't go, ew, but she probably wanted to. You know what was funny though?
Marlena.
You know how she's like, I think didn't she a while ago say no more secrets, no more lying or something like that? So when she said, well, how'd you hurt your arm? And he's like,
well,
he told her.
Aggressive sex with Kristen.
TMI.
I thought he was gonna say a gym injury. It was like he's telling everybody else. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
Marlena has to listen to Leo and Xander.
Yeah.
And who else?
He wanted to shock her a little bit. I think that's why he said it.
No.
That's something I would do. Just to say something shocking, just to get a reaction of somebody. But yeah.
And also for someone who's retired or who's trying to like cut back her hours, she had how many patients in one day?
Yeah, what did John and Marlena do? Strawberries and whipped cream. That was about about it, right?
Yeah.
For those two.
Yeah, so that really annoyed me, and like I've had issues with Marlena's boundary issues. Leo just walked right in while Xander was there.
Yeah.
I wasn't, get the F out of here. I mean, that is so freaking rude.
Yeah.
It's the whole privacy thing. And
And instead she said, "Oh, we were over a little bit anyway." That still doesn't excuse you. And Xander was like, wasn't Xander like, yeah, there's no need to knock when you're gonna walk right in.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Marlena's
That was a good line.
favorite. She loves Leo.
Oh yeah.
But Carrie's right. She should have boundaries with everyone,
Right.
especially her patients.
He can't just, I mean, if the door is shut, that means you're not supposed to walk in. I mean,
And
period.
usually, doesn't she have a receptionist? It usually says
You can go
somebody's
in.
with her. I guess
Yeah.
she doesn't. Because they cut back at the hospital. She doesn't have an
Well, Kat-
assistant.
Kat-
Right? Kat's not there.
Cat moved
It
to
was-
EJ's office, and then I
Kat
don't know
went
if
to
they ever
EJ.
got anybody.
Because Marlena was retiring, right? But then she came back. She was
Yeah.
quitting. And then she came back.
Well, she took a leave of absence.
Oh, okay.
Like Leo would be gate kept anyway, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know what he was so concerned about. What was it about the new? Oh, Javi doesn't even want to be friends with him anymore, and he's upset.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That happens with a lot of relationships. I'm sorry, that's not
Mhm.
that unusual. So, and we all know.
She called him on his stalking.
Yeah.
Well, he was.
Yeah, he said,
He
"Well, I
was.
might have driven by his house several hundred times or whatever." She goes, "Oh, so you mean you've been stalking
Oh,
him?"
yeah. What do we think of Gus?
Yeah.
Gustavo.
I would have class with him.
He's a
I
nice
thought he
looking
was
guy.
cute. He's a good
He's
looking
cute.
guy.
Yeah.
But
I
I
still
was
like
hoping
Bobby
he
and
wasn't
Leo.
real. I was hoping he wasn't real.
I didn't think he was real either.
Yeah.
Yep, he's real and he's sticking around, I guess. So,
I guess.
yep. But yeah, I mean, Leo sat there, was actually, excuse me,
Don't do that.
watching him at the square. He was stalking again after he left Marlena's. So, yeah. So, I'm sorry, I'm tired and I'm off my game today.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay.
But I'm thinking I was going to go, but I probably can't, huh? Because then it messes up the thing.
Oh no, you can hang up if you can exit. That's no problem. Just hit, yeah, you can hit leave.
See, I don't even know where
But
that's
just
at.
wait.
Oh, yeah.
But just wait until it's uploaded, right?
No, she can. I think she'll be all right.
Yeah, because I'm like, probably could see me on it. If I hit the little X up here.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
But will you be able to upload?
Yeah. If not, I'll just send you an email if I need
Oh,
to.
okay. All right, yeah. So good night. I'm about
Good
out
night.
of it.
Good night,
Yeah.
Brian.
You know.
All right.
Glad you could come for a little bit.
Oh, I can just hit leave studio now.
Yeah, hit leave studio. All right. Okay. So, anybody want to talk about Johnny and Chanel? And they got their news this week. That was rough.
Yeah.
Jen, you want to?
It's like no one got good news this week.
No, not really. Yeah, she was diagnosed with an aggressive breast cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and
they're trying to keep it from Paulina for now, because
because Paulina's got her hands full because her marriage is pretty much over.
Yeah.
So that was pretty rough. But it seemed like the next day they kind of handled it while they were snuggling on the couch and
yeah.
So they're I saw next week the spoilers. I know Chanel said something to Johnny like don't tell me. One thing I don't want to hear from you, you say my life is more important or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and she's in her third trimester now, which that kind of sped up a little bit. I don't think she was that far.
And the baby's kicking more, I guess, now.
Yeah.
You Yeah, I loved their scenes too. I thought they were very well written, and I thought, when she was up all night researching, he's like, "Well, don't doom scroll because on the internet, there's all this stuff on there that's not true or that can really freak you out." And she's like, "Well, I feel like one of us needs to be a realist right now, and
Yeah.
I want it since we're meeting with the oncologist. I just wanted to have my questions ready and all that." and kind of but it was done in a loving way. She was trying to, I think, tell him without like being ugly about it that he can't pretend like this isn't happening, like she needs him to be there. And he must have said half a dozen times, I was like, the writers need to come up with something else.
Yep.
But he's like, I'll be with you every step of the way or something, about 4 times.
Yeah.
But I just loved how loving they were. And I get pissed off every time I love them again, which I do every time they're on, pretty much, except for if maybe they're being annoying or something, one or the other of them. But I just love that couple, and I get pissed off every time I think that they're writing them off at some point.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
anyway, but I thought that was really touching. And she said, I remember early on when you said that my life was more important. She goes, I don't want to hear that again. I can understand why you feel that way, but just, that's not the way I look at it. And we'll figure this out, but that's not the way. So I just love that they are communicating, they're
Mhm.
writing them to communicate real life in a way that's, she said, like a year ago, I was just worried that Sweet Bits was going to get shut down,
Yeah.
and
Or
a
be
lot has
boycotted.
happened since then, So, anyway, so I don't know. I was just in love with the dialogue all week. I just thought it was excellent. And if I had a criticism in terms of the mental health angle, I was kind of shocked that Roman was so forgiving. I mean, this woman's daughter almost killed his grandson, and but yet he hosted the memorial there for them. And I mean, so I love how the community is being kind. It's not like her parents did this,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and the girl had been a part of the community whether we knew her or not. She'd been a part of the community for a long time in her childhood on up and stuff. So I was at first I was a little bit like, well, wait a minute, Rowan, maybe you should be a little bit pissed off that your grandson was almost murdered, but
Right.
anyway, but it was okay. Anyway, so uh it's just, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess the only thing the little mental health thing I did have an issue with is I didn't like Sarah kind of pushing pills onto Holly.
Yeah.
Yeah, considering she just had a bad reaction to
Right.
someone, I think she should have had a little bit more compassion for it. Like, oh, okay, maybe
Right. Well, and that at least she was smart enough to say, I'm not a psychiatrist. You need to see somebody,
Yep.
And so, and of course, she didn't say go to Marlena because I mean, Marlena, because that's obvious that that's an uncomfortable situation there. Yeah. I mean, since when has I ever stopped Marlena? But still, but I was glad because they really showed the mental health on various people and the ripple effect of everything on, like, even with Jennifer grieving her daughter, and then Mrs. Choi grieving hers, and just that whole, I don't know, all of that. I mean, I just thought there were some beautiful themes there and real life themes. But one of the parts, I'm glad you brought that up. One of the parts that bothered me about that scene with Sarah and um Holly, I'm glad that she did go and seek help. That was a positive. And
Mhm.
she's got a referral now to go to this psychiatrist. But yeah, the pushing the pills, but also the one line that stuck out to me that was not accurate. She was trying to say, this is different than when Sophia was giving you her antipsychotic medicine, and it was not something that you needed, and it was not being, dosed. Even if you had that condition, it was not being dosed for your needs, but it wasn't even something that you needed. So it was actually contraindicated for who you are and what you're doing. So it was dangerous, but this is not this would be under a doctor's supervision.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but the part she said that I didn't agree with was where she said she'll get the right diagnosis, the right medication and the right dosage and all that. Yes, the doctor will oversee that process. But anybody who's had to take antidepressants or ADHD medicine or anything else knows that it is trial and error,
Oh yeah.
big time. So
Yeah.
that was the one line, but I think she was more addressing her concern about taking something after having been poisoned by Sophia, basically trying to show that distinction and to get it clear in her mind that there was a distinction between those two things. But I do think that was passed off. I do think it was too, maybe, yeah, I agree with your criticism of that part, though, as far as just the making that the panacea in a way, or maybe not the panacea, but oh, we'll get you hooked up with some good drugs and everything will be fine, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, maybe if she just talks to someone, maybe even just one time, she might be okay.
Yeah, or
You
therapist.
know, yeah, just like, oh, hey, we'll hook you up with, they'll hook you up with, this is Dr. Fuller. We'll
Yeah,
hook you up with some, meds. And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
yeah.
slow down.
Right. I was just poisoned for months by somebody with antipsychotic medicine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
she should understand that, why she'd be
and
reluctant.
in
Yeah.
reality, it seems like what seems like it happens in our real world is psychiatrists deal with mostly the medication, but it's the psychologist, therapists, masters of social work that go into therapy or people who go into clinical psychology that do the actual talk therapy.
Mhm.
So Marlena does a lot of talk therapy for somebody that really mostly these days prescribes drugs. But still, I mean, I think that was a good first step for her to see Dr. Fuller, and that was great. But yeah, I didn't appreciate some of that dialogue either.
Okay, I just want to move us along as we're getting a little late. Alex, Joy, and Kelsey this week.
Uh,
Yeah,
That was
Alex.
cute.
Yeah, Alex learned he needs, to cover his shoulder when he's burping a baby, so he figured that out.
yeah.
But
And he graduated from YouTube University. Because
Oh yeah.
when he was she was asking about the diaper changes or something. I immediately thought, I hope he watched some YouTube videos, and then he said that
Yeah.
about being YouTube, graduating from quote unquote YouTube University. I thought that was cute.
yeah, so and honestly too, I don't know if some women realize this or not. Men are really freaked out about changing diapers on a baby girl. I'm being dead serious. If it's a girl baby, they won't touch it. I mean, fathers, hopefully, you would hope it'd be different, but being dead serious, they have issues with it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. They keep thinking they're going to do something inappropriate. It's like, no, you're just cleaning them up.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You're allowed to do that. So, but yeah, it was kind of nice to see them together and Stephanie not there.
Yes.
Stephanie's been practically schizophrenic. Like even in one episode, she's hot and cold with Alex all the time, and it's a little concerning. I mean, I understand she's suffering from a lot of trauma too, with being kidnapped and all that, and then she kind of realized Jeremy wasn't being honest with her, and then she finds out, her husband has a baby with somebody else.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all been in 3.5 months, so it's understandable. But like, I can't figure out where she's coming from sometimes.
And neither can Alex.
She's constantly pushing him away, and
Yeah.
and then by the end of the episode, she's kissing him and having sex with him. I'm like, you just pushed him away. Like, you
Yeah,
said
it's
he
like,
Yeah.
so I-
Well, and I wonder if him being around Joy, can you kind of see the vibe of, boy, Joy is just so nice to be around, and she's not constantly being mercurial, I can see him kind of being like seeing the contrast, even though I know he loves Stephanie and all that.
yeah,
Mhm.
I could kind of see him because Joy was very self assured, but she was respectful. She wanted him to give it a try, but she was supportive, and she wasn't like a raving lunatic. So I kind of wonder if I don't know, but I'm glad that he wanted to spend time with the baby and get to
yeah.
know her, and he wants to be able to take care of her on his own and stuff. So yeah, but it was cute. I liked it.
Yeah, yeah, it was cute, and like it was nice to have an episode without Stephanie involved.
Yes.
So, oh, and then we had the whole Lexi,
Ugh.
Abe, yeah, Paulina stuff this week.
I'm sorry, I am not liking Lexi.
I do not like
No,
Lexi at all.
I can't even see her with Abe.
Ah,
To me that those two just don't seem like they seem like they'd be oil and water. I don't know.
There's no chemistry at all, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I don't.
mean, I used to like Lexi when she was a cop.
Oh, I loved Renee Jones. Period. I
Yeah.
thought, yeah, she was.
Me
At
too.
one point, she was my favorite actress and character. It was- Lexi was a big freaking deal on this show,
Yeah.
and for
But
them, go ahead.
even before Renee Jones took over, I
Yeah,
liked Lexi in cop mode.
yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
I kind of liked her in her later years when she was more of a like I love the storyline that revealed that her aunt was really her mother
Yeah.
and Stefano is her father. I loved all that. I loved the whole baby switch with Hope. I loved those storylines, and yeah, I thought she was great. I always felt bad for Abe though, because man, she cheated on him all the damn time,
Every time.
and he always forgave her.
Forgot
Yeah.
about
I
that.
just rewatched. There's an anniversary of Theo being born was this week.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, Theo's birthday. Yeah, well, it's May, so obviously a lot of soap babies were born. And there's Renee Jones, holding the baby uh, in the hospital room, and there's Abe, and then there's Brandon Walker. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
oh yeah, because didn't we think Brandon was the father at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, so Lexi and Brandon had gotten together. Oh, see, I didn't watch that. I didn't watch during that period, I guess, so I didn't see those storylines.
And they teased Lexi and Jonah too.
and Lexi cheated on him with Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is too, and then Abe keeps forgetting Brandon's his son. I can't remember the last time Abe talked about Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but yeah,
He-
it was just so funny that Theo's birthday was this week, and there's a scene with Abe and Brandon thought that was his kid.
Ah,
So I did share that on Twitter if everybody wants to go through and find it. But yeah, I just thought that was so funny. Okay. So we had at the end we had Marlena and they were all discussing the 1 year anniversary of John's death. And she went to the gravesite and she was talking to Belle and Brady about everything. And that's a hard anniversary for people
yeah.
to deal with.
And they were gonna go to dinner. Decided they were gonna go to dinner together. Well, that was nice. Nice. So, yeah. Oh, and then Brady's trying to figure out what's going on with this chessboard, this chess kit, the chess. So there's something hidden in it, right? Or some sort of. No, I thought maybe there was some mystery to it. Now we know the pawn. One of the pawns is missing. So
Yeah.
that was John. So.
I don't
Find the missing pawn.
know. But it was funny though. Brady was trying to teach chess to Belle, wasn't she? And I'm like, really? Does she really not know anything about chess? I thought that was kind of odd.
When
But
was that?
wasn't that Friday?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, they set it. Maybe I missed something then, because I saw them set up the chessboard, and he's like, "Oh, we're missing one or something." But I didn't know he was. Maybe I missed part. I didn't know he was trying to set up teach.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to teach her.
Maybe.
And then Foster asked Julie out on a date.
Yeah.
Yep. I like him. He's funny.
He's cute.
And she said yes. So hey.
Yeah. Poor thing with the Carvers. I love the scenes with Paulina and Theo.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought those were really touching.
And then Theo asked Abe about taking down the Paulina pictures, and he's like, no, he didn't want to take them down. So yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah, very. You know when she walks in, she's gonna take him down.
Oh,
They're gonna
well,
end up in the
yeah.
trash if he doesn't grab him and take him down. But then they were putting up some of her, so
This is such a bad storyline.
I hated
You
it.
don't bring back such an important character with a recast and then have her in a tube for a couple months. And we already saw from the promo for next week, Rolf tells EJ that one of the rats they used, that they used the same drug on the rats they did Lexi, died.
Hmm.
And we see Lexi kind of stumble a bit in the apartment, and it's like,
Oh,
I don't want to spoil it for people that it's already out there.
Yeah.
But basically, this storyline was a humongous waste of time.
mm-hmm.
I
It's not
don't.
going to end the way people think it. It's not going to be. Yeah. Plus, she's totally like in league with EJ. Like she's BFFs with EJ. So
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and then we had Eli and Lonnie. Eli kind of surprised her and came home early, and Lonnie was talking to him about everything that's going down and how bad things are really with Paulina and Chanel. Yeah, honestly, I don't care about those two. I
I
just
love
don't.
him.
I mean, I don't. Other than supporting Paulina, I don't really understand the point of having them on. They just don't really do it for me. But maybe they have something else going on besides just Paulina. So I guess we'll see.
and Chanel, supporting Chanel too.
And Chanel, yeah.
But I mean, I like the mother. I mean, it makes it awkward though, because like their mom is basically having to walk away from her husband Abe, but yet they're still tied to that family. So it's kind of hard. I don't know. It's awkward, but sounds like it might not take very long for this to. I hope this doesn't stretch out for months.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was nice too that Lonnie referred to Abe as her dad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's awkward all over the place. All right. So I had a nominee for Diva of the Week. I was wondering if you guys thought of anybody.
Um, hmm. I forgot to think about that.
I'm actually going with Lexi.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. She was really, I mean, she could have been like, Paulina's been so gracious. No, she was a bitch about her. No,
Yeah. Like,
I
damn.
agree.
Yeah,
I
she was
agree.
talking a lot of trash about Paulina.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, it didn't come off
I'm
well.
I'm team Paulina all the way.
Yep.
Now, if it was Renee Jones, I would probably be on Team Lexi.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. But
yeah, and the spoilers next week, I honestly didn't find anything that interesting.
it's a shame because this week was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess they're discussing treatment options for Chanel. I saw that. Like I said about Lexi stumbling and EJ learning that the rat died. And we do have Kate coming on next week. She'll be on 2 episodes.
Finally. I didn't have anything to file for the Kate report
Yeah.
this week.
How about Tony? Any Tony?
I did not see anything about Tony.
Oh, there was one point where I thought, have they all forgotten when they were over at Brady's place? I got to thinking, have they all forgotten that Rachel's still at Bayview? And then fortunately, Marlena brought her up that she had seen her. But
Yeah.
it seems like everybody, it was Rachel, everything for a while. And then I was like, nobody has mentioned Rachel all week. But she did.
Yeah, because they were talking about Brady and Kristen wanted to break it to her that Sophia was dead. They
Right.
wanted to do it
Yeah.
together, and it's like, I know she's in Bayview, but yeah, you got to do that quick. You don't want her finding out from
Oh,
somebody else.
she's going to find out so easily.
Yeah, because I'm sure everybody there, at least the staff, is gossiping about what the hell happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, and they did have an extended summer preview, so it does look like it's going to be a pretty good summer.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Good.
All right, ladies.
Yeah.
So once again, anybody missed our interview with Teo, it's on our YouTube page, Diva Abdul 541. And if you want to listen to the audio, it should be on any of your podcast channels that you listen to, Spotify or
Right.
Radio. Whatever you listen to, it's on there. Apple, Amazon. So, but I suggest you watch the video though.
Yeah.
To me, I'd rather watch the video. But if you're constricted on time and want to listen to it while you're commuting or whatever, you could go ahead over on Spotify. It's there. So
cool.
All right.
Anybody have anything else?
Nope.
All good.
All right.
Take care.
All right. Thanks,
All right.
everyone.
Thanks. Take care. Bye.
Bye.